And hello.
Hi. Hi, daughter.
Hi, Mom. Long time no see. Saw
Yes.
you about 10 minutes ago.
That's right. Exactly.
So thank you so much for, let me lower the mic volume a little bit. Thank you so much for coming on my little show in my little home office, you know, just a little side hobby of mine during these times.
I'm so proud of you.
You're proud of me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that.
But you're keeping yourself busy with this.
Yeah, keeping myself busy, not watching anime all day, you know, I think that's an achievement, so.
Or The Amazing Race.
Or The Amazing Race, like somebody
Or
I know.
SVU.
Or SVU. Hey.
Get all your secrets out.
Yeah, get all my secrets out. So, I invited you on the show because the topic I want to cover today is immigration during childhood.
Oh,
It's
Lord.
something it's something that I've been really curious about. I know you've touched base with us, all your kids on it, but I wanted to know more. You know, this show, Cognizance, is about knowing more, is about learning more, being aware of other people's realities, and what everyone's facts are. I'm not here to debate with you. I'm not here to yell at you. I'm not here to belittle you of what your views are and what your experiences are. I'm not you. You're not me. I didn't immigrate here from Mexico. I was born in San Diego. I have no idea. I have no idea what that process is like from a first person perspective. So that is something I wanted to talk with you about. So thank you so much for coming on the show. I know
Okay.
it's a big topic. You know,
Yes.
this show really hits hard in some places, but you know, I try to prep you and just my guests as much as I can, and that's why I try to, you know, talk with you through what exactly I'm going to be talking about or asking you. That way, you know, my first and foremost is I want to make sure my guests and you are comfortable. That's my biggest thing with this show. So tell us a little bit about yourself. I know lots about you. I'm your youngest daughter.
You say so.
I think so. I mean, I brought you on the show to learn more, so here we are. So, you know, go ahead, talk a little bit about yourself. You know, what do you love? You know, I know you love me, but what else do you love, you know?
Okay, well, you all know I'm her mother. I have other, you know, kids that everybody's doing their own thing. And I just I love traveling, but right now we can't do anything, okay?
Yeah, we're kind of on
You
a
know, we're
standstill
kind
for
of,
that, both of us.
We had this great trip planned to Japan and it just went, woof!
Yep,
Because
February.
of what's going on, you know, so.
Yeah.
But I hope that sooner or later we go back and start traveling again.
Oh,
When
yeah,
we follow
definitely.
Videos. And I right now all I do is binge some of the shows. And,
She's learned how to use Hulu.
Amazing, yes.
And I don't know if that was the best idea to teach her how to use Hulu, but she's loving it.
Yes, I
So
am.
it's great.
And the walking, and I enjoy my liebre, my little dog.
Yeah.
So, you know, we go out and walks together, and that's about all I'm doing. And, you
Yeah.
know, kind of trying to keep this house afloat, and, you know.
Yeah, you know,
keep at home,
relaxing,
relax,
enjoying
yeah,
your
exactly.
life with
And
what
not
you
o-
can do.
Right. And not only that, but I'm also enjoying the backyard that you gave me for 4 years of Christmas, birthdays.
Yeah,
and
like this
Mother's
is
Day.
gifts like for every single holiday for the next 4
Exactly.
years.
Can you imagine that, people? Darn it, I won't get all these presents. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
you
so-
know she's gonna get something
Yeah.
for Christmas anyways.
But I'm happy that you are my child. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Damn right. So, what is your favorite show that you're watching right now?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna rat you out right
No
now
kidding,
in front
my
of
gosh.
everybody.
Of course, Hulu.
Hulu, yeah.
Phil.
Phil.
I love Phil.
She loves The Amazing Race.
Yes,
It's great.
you bet you. I bet you. I do. And I love looking at all the places that I go, oh, I was there. We were there. You know, I like doing that.
Yeah,
so.
like there is right now. You were just watching
Rome.
yeah, Rome,
Italy,
and it's like,
you know.
oh, I went there
Yeah.
and there.
And then I said, oh, I don't even go there, Lisa. That's where I want to go next.
Someone in the
so-
chat just said that the backyard pictures were amazing. You
Yes.
know, thank you for, you know, the kudos because I worked really hard on that
She
yard.
did, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and we are enjoying it. Thursday we're having my son and his fiance over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on Friday I'm having one of their nannies
Yeah,
over
my
for
nanny.
dinner. And her name is Irma. She's gonna come over for dinner,
Yeah.
and then
We're just enjoying the backyard.
enjoying the backyard
You know, enjoying the
and-
backyard, staying completely
Right.
safe, you know.
exactly. And
so-
sooner or later, once when my newborn grandchild will be born.
Not mine, my sister's.
No, yeah, her sister Angela, which I am so excited. I mean, we're just so excited. My Alana Celeste, and once she's gonna come over, and I can't wait to see her running around.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
Yeah,
do
just
that.
Alana, don't do that,
Exactly. So I'm just happy for my grandchild, and I'm sure by next year, at the end of the year, I'm sure there'll be another one coming soon.
Oh my gosh.
My son is getting married in March, so
Yeah. So there's a lot of,
Yeah.
of really great upcoming stuff.
exactly
In the family. It's really exciting. You know, the best part about my sister having a baby is I get to hold the baby and then give the baby back when I'm done.
it's time for a change.
Yeah, exactly. So let's touch on the main topic for today. You know, immigration while being a child. You know, that's something that people don't really focus on currently. It's a topic that has been brought into light recently in the past couple of years and in general, but I think it's grown more flame during the time. And you know, there's a lot of opinions going around, and I'm just here to get your experience because I want to know more. The show is about basically me. I want to know more, but I'm sharing with everyone else. So at what age did you immigrate here, and from what country?
I immigrated when I was 8 years old, and Mexico, Tuxpan, Nayarit,
Tuxpan,
Mexico.
Nayarit.
Yee-hoo! Arriba Nayarit. Anyway, sorry.
Hey, that's
And
great.
and it was 1958.
1958. So
yeah.
you were around what age?
8.
8 years old. Okay, so you're around 8 years old.
Uh-huh.
That's really young. Just
Yeah.
third grade. I can't even imagine
Yeah.
moving to a new country
That's right.
completely.
Exactly.
During the whole immigration process, were you aware exactly what was going on? Did you know that you were moving to a different country, or what was going through your head at that time?
Well, we knew because my grandmother had explained it to us that we were going to be moving with my mom and dad, my stepdad living in the United States, you know,
Okay.
and because they had already immigrated themselves, through somebody immigrated them anyway, and my grandparents said that we had to come and live with them so that we can have a life as a family,
Okay.
And that's the extent of it. My brother and I did not want to come.
Okay.
We were happy where we were. We were happy,
Mhm.
to be running around barefooted.
Yeah.
And even though where we live is hot and humid, but we never.
That's what you grew up with.
Exactly.
It's completely what you grew up with. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a hectic thing for us being as children.
Yeah.
That we were going to live someplace else, not with my grandparents, with all our cousins,
Yeah.
And we all went to school together. All of a sudden, the pack was being
Broken up. Yeah,
so,
you were leaving your
Exactly,
family
yeah.
for a place that was unknown to you.
right? And it was kind of scary. It was a little bit scary because we didn't know what was going to be going on.
Exactly. Yeah.
One thing we didn't know that everybody spoke different language.
Oh.
That we did not know.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you didn't know the English language when you moved to the United
Heck
States?
no, all I knew was
Okay.
Spanish.
Yeah, so all you
and
knew
then
was
the very
Spanish.
first time I heard people speak English is when we got on the border and we had to go and present some papers, and then I said, "What the heck is that?"
You're like, "What are they saying?"
Exactly, because even on TV, we never saw anybody speak English on TV.
Yeah.
So
It was all just Spanish.
It was all Spanish. So
All right. Well, that's very interesting. So you knew what was happening. You knew you were going to a new country, but you were afraid of the unknown.
exactly.
So that's what I'm getting from that. Okay. It's me being born here, I grew up with everything around me.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You moving to the United States, what was the most surprising thing that you experienced here? Or like when you first came here, what were you just like, whoa, that's cool, whoa, that's a little
Right.
scary? So,
Well, first of all, the first thing is when we went to the border to turn in all the papers, we heard this different language. What the heck are they talking about,
yeah.
So then when we asked my mom and, they explained to us this is what they spoke. And I said, well, how are we ever going to learn that,
Yeah.
if we didn't know anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, then once we came across, after all of the red tape and everything that we went through, I mean, it was miserable. It was, it was just awful. It was just, there was none of this, no emails or nothing. I mean, you just had to wait. We had to spend like a month in Tijuana to be able to come across, because, everything was by mail.
Oh, okay.
And, by mail, you fill out this paper, it was mail.
Yeah.
And you have to wait, see what they say, so wait for appointments and whatever,
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it was a longer process
right,
than probably what it is. It
yeah.
is now.
Yeah. But, or maybe it is longer now because there's so many people trying to immigrate. You never
True.
know.
Who
We don't
knows?
know.
I'm not
Exactly.
sure. That's another
topic.
episode.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But once we went across, everything was okay. My grandparents had their passports and everything. They, my grandmother came across with us, and we
Mm-hmm.
went to TV. My parents went to work and everything. We started watching TV,
Mm-hmm.
and then. So we turn on the TV and we see the programs that we're watching over there. The Virginian, and Bonanza, and
Bonanza.
then they turn on. We're gonna watch Bonanza. Oh, okay, Bonanza. We know the show. We turn on the TV and we looked at my brother and I looked at each other. Oh, they know how to speak English too. We said they know how to speak English too. Wow, that's amazing. And then we said someday we both gonna learn how to speak English and
so you thought the actors knew both Spanish and English.
Exactly. So we're gonna be like them.
Yeah.
But not knowing that
they were voiceover, that they were different people
right.
speaking.
And even Mickey Mouse spoke Spanish, okay?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Well,
what does Mickey Mouse sound like in Spanish? I have to look that up.
The stick Mickey Mouse, because that's what it was, the stick Mickey Mouse.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. I need to look up Mickey Mouse in Spanish later, because I'm actually really curious at what he sounds like.
It was the Steamboat
Oh, Steamboat
something.
Willie.
That's it, Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat
that's
Willie.
what we used to watch anyway. So.
Well, that's really cool to just think about.
To us, that was cool,
Yeah,
so,
of course. It's something new,
right,
a new language, new place, and that brought you like, oh, we're going to watch Bonanza, and then you're like, wait a minute.
We don't understand what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly. So you have mentioned some difficulties about immigrating to the United States. When you did get here, what were your biggest difficulties? What did you run into? Any kind of walls that you ran into that were really difficult?
Number one is the language barrier.
The language barrier.
Mm-hmm. The difference in going to school.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I was way advanced in geography and math.
Oh, okay.
Because I knew a lot about it, but in Mexico you're a little bit ahead. The math was. I mean, I was what, third, fourth grade, and I was already doing sixth grade stuff, fifth and sixth grade stuff,
Yeah.
But when it came to history and English, oh my God, we were labeled dummies because I knew history, but that's my history in Mexico.
You knew your history
Latin
in
America,
Mexico. Like,
exactly.
if you were to ask me, what's the history of Canada? What's the history of Mexico? I couldn't answer that for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I grew up, knowing American history,
Mm-hmm.
United States history.
Right, exactly.
So that's what you were growing up with Mexican history.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That,
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
And of course, English, we thought that we were going to go in and learn English. No, it was the nouns, pronouns, adjectives,
the structure of the word, not the actual language.
Exactly. So when we got in there, I go, what the heck is this? I said, So, there was one time that I just was so upset that I left the classroom, and when we went out to do the when they take you out to rest. What do you call it? Recess.
Oh, recess.
Okay,
yeah.
recess. I went out and I got out of the gate and I just stood there and I sat there. And then the next thing you see is the police come over and They take me back to school.
So you ding dong ditched school.
Oh, I did. No, I don't think it was just one time. I think it was quite a few
It
times.
was a couple times. I mean, you obviously went through some frustrations in school.
It was very frustrating.
With your language barrier. Did you experience bullying at all?
Tons
of bullying.
Yeah, it's like, go home, go back to where you belong.
Oh.
You know, yeah. If you don't know the English, you're dummy. You know, you don't know English. You know, and sometimes I would be upset, but as the time went by, I got smart. Oh, sorry. I got smart, and I just kind of say, well, at least I'm gonna know 2 languages, and what are you gonna do? So
exactly.
I mean, here I was having A's in. That's another thing. A, B, C. We didn't have A, B, C.
Oh.
No, we
What
had
did you have?
10, 9, A. That's how they graded us. 10 is A. So when I got my report card, I said, "What the heck is an A?" So,
okay, so
anyway,
even the grading system was different in Mexico.
Exactly. So,
wow, that's a lot of change.
There was a lot. Yeah, there was a lot of things. A lot of bullying from the kids, and which I did cry a lot because I didn't understand, and there were and then of course it was just of course I had long hair and I had braids and oh, look at the Mexican Indian, so I mean
and here I am, I'm like, Mom, braid my hair.
Yeah, exactly, right. So
how times have changed. So the most prominent type of bullying for you said the language, because the kids are cruel. They make fun of you when you are speaking differently, or when you're different, that's a big issue in today as well, unfortunately. Did anyone help you cope with that bullying or help you along during these difficult times?
I had one teacher, actually 2, but the most that I remember that she really top of the line person was Mrs. Williams. She was an African lady. At that time, there was no black and white or African American or nothing like that. It was just she was black, So, and she really took her time. She was one of my math teachers.
Okay.
And during her hour of math, instead of teaching me math because I was way ahead of her, she would give me the test and I was way beyond,
Yeah.
So she would teach me English.
Okay.
She would give me sentences, and then she gave me a real cute dictionary, and she showed me how to, I knew how to use it, but she showed me how to use the English versus the Spanish.
Okay.
So, and, but she was amazing. She was an amazing lady.
Really?
Amazing. And I will remember her until the day I die.
Yeah.
Her and Miss Jepson, she was the music teacher.
Okay.
She taught me how to do some singing and, in English, and she's the one that helped me too in the English class.
Okay. So you have these teachers that, when you really think about it, they didn't have to do that.
No.
They went far beyond their job title and taught you, English to help you with your future.
Right.
And that's honestly really amazing.
If I didn't have those teachers, I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah.
Because it was hard. I feel for all the people that even the adults that come across and they don't know anything, they don't know the English, so I feel for them. But the only thing I can tell you is work hard, and you have to learn, because unfortunately, yes, we are in a different country, and in order to get by, you do have to learn English.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's you will have a much easier time knowing English, especially in a world of contracts and legalities. You really want to know English to, make sure you don't get scammed out of things.
Exactly.
It's a world we live in, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, we looked at something earlier and we're like, oh my gosh. And so luckily we have that change now. So
exactly right.
And this is, what you got to do. Keep up with everything. That's all I got to say. So what were other ways that you coped with the bullying? So you did have your teachers that helped you, but what did you do for yourself that helped you deal with the bullying?
Well, for myself, I felt bad I felt belittled, that I was belittled. But then I spoke to my parents. My dad used to help us. My stepdad would help us with reading. We get a book and we read.
Okay.
We read in front of a mirror, and my dad be doing things, and if I mispronounce the words, he'll yell it out. It's this way, this is the word,
Okay.
Or if I didn't pronounce it right, he would say, spell me the words, give me the words,
Yeah.
give me the letters, and
Yeah.
I'll tell what it is, and then, but so that we would not have an accent,
Okay.
because he said, you just gotta keep practicing, and we did. We would read in front, and then my brother and I would get books like Cinderella,
All the fairy
all the
tales.
fairy tales, and we get my dictionary and we read the books, and then each line we would try to translate it and try to understand it.
Yeah.
That's how we work hard for ourselves.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you definitely put your nose to the grindstone
we
on
did.
trying to
Right.
make your lives a lot better and easier in a
Exactly.
foreign country.
Because we knew that so and so wasn't going to do anything for me. It was me that I had to work hard to go forward.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's what this whole world is about. You have to work hard. To have anything, to get ahead, you have to work hard.
Definitely.
Nobody's going to give you anything free. So.
Like, on the contrary, people are trying to take advantage of you.
Correct.
How many people are underpaid?
Yep.
Just, I just got laid off.
Yeah,
I was
exactly,
doing such
yeah.
a great job, and here I am laid off during these times.
Right.
You really have to think about yourself and what you can do for yourself, and make sure you're happy as a person.
Exactly. And you do have to work hard and save your money. If you make $2, then you only save 50 cents out of those $2.
Yeah.
That's what my dad used to say.
Yeah.
He used to say, if you make $1, save 25 cents at that time. And then later on, he started saying, no, if you make $1, save 50 cents. And he just kept going up,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, because like I said, nobody's going to give you anything free.
Exactly. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
That's something my grandpa instilled in us is one, don't sell the houses.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Right.
was his number one thing.
Yeah.
Two, save a little bit of your money at a time.
Exactly.
Whatever you can. It can be 10 cents,
Right.
but put something away.
Right,
So,
exactly,
yeah, definitely. So, you really, your coping mechanism was, making sure you got ahead, you kept focused on everything. Did you take that with you from childhood onto later on in life, in your job, in your life, anything like that?
Oh, definitely. When the computers came in, boy, I just thought I was going to die. I had already been working at the company for like 10 years, and when they bring us these big monster things that we had to learn, I said, oh my God. And then I caught on, and then then to top it all, they send me to these other places to school from all the companies. I remember it was some place in Virginia that we went, and to teach us, and then I had to come back and teach back in the office.
Oh, you had to teach.
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly. So to me that was so. I had to really, really, really,
They knew.
buckle down.
They knew that you could do it.
They
though.
knew
They
that.
knew that
Yeah.
you had the self-drive.
Yeah, I didn't think I could do it, but when I came back and I just show everybody, and I said, "Oh,
You're
wow."
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember that we were in the classes, and then everybody would. If we would get out at 3, and then everybody go eat and dinner, and then everybody go out and party, and not me. I'd be on my books, I'd
Of
be
course.
learning, and of course I was number 1 in the class all the time because I was really, really learning. So
Yeah, you're definitely.
I had a drive.
You still have a lot of drive.
Yeah, I guess,
and it's honestly really amazing, and you're my mom, and I know everyone's like, oh, my mom's the best, but my mom is the best.
Thank you.
So I heard you kind of mention this earlier. It's a sensitive topic for a lot of people, at least like for me, and it's interesting because I'm not even an immigrant, but it's my heritage. It's where my family comes from with all this. How do you feel, and how often do you hear phrases like "go back to your country" and "speak English"? We're in America.
Well, back in the day when I was younger, in high school and all that, I heard it all the time.
Okay.
But I heard a lot in grammar school. By the time I got to junior high, because at that time it was junior high. It was
yeah.
such
Not
thing as a middle
school.
school, you know. So it was junior high. By that time, my English was good because I went and I
Yeah.
chopped at it. You know? Even though I knew the English language good, I still have kids telling me to go back to Mexico. They would say, you know, they wouldn't say country. They say go back to Mexico. You know,
Yeah.
go back to Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, or we would be, you know, we get together at lunchtime or recess. You know, we speak Spanish and just or about talking about so and so. You know how it is when you're kids in school.
Everybody talks about everybody.
I know,
as much as
exactly.
people like to put their halos on their head,
no,
everybody talks about
and
everybody
we would
at
talk
some
about
point.
classes, too, and of course, and
It's your comfort language. It was your first language.
Exactly. And then people would say, the kids would say, hey, learn English. This is you have to learn English. And then I just turned and I said, we do English. But I knew that these kids were doing bad in math or whatever, and it says, at least I get A's in math or whatever.
Yes.
Because I would get upset, because
of course.
Because I knew, because I myself knew that I worked hard to be able to speak English, that I had this little kid telling me those things.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know how hard you work and you have someone who is very insecure saying, go back to your country, blah, 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 because they probably feel bad about themselves for some reason or the other.
Right.
Me personally in high school, I don't have an accent. Spanish wasn't my first language.
Exactly.
I actually struggled learning Spanish when growing up.
Exactly.
I still trip over my words like crazy. I don't know formal Spanish. So, and I heard the same thing in high school. Like, I would speak Spanish to some of my friends, and they would say, go back to your country. I'm like, I was born here. So, it's unfortunate that we get to hear this so much. And, a lot of the times when we travel, not across to a different country, but within our same country. I mean, one time we were coming back from Las Vegas, I came back from getting us some P.F. Chang's, and you were sitting there frustrated because this lady was like, you were on the phone with my tia, and she was like, go back to your country. I'm like, huh?
Speak English or go back to your country.
Yeah, like, I don't understand.
And I said, I beg your pardon? Excuse me?
Yeah. Like,
so wow,
it's so frustrating to hear that, and
sometimes I have a little big mouth,
a little big mouth. Let me tell you that's another episode.
Sometimes I would say, you know what? At least I know where I come from. Do you know where you come from? That's what I would say, and then,
exactly, so. And that's something I have to thank you for is taking all your children and making sure we knew where we came from.
That was my goal.
And we're prideful of it. Because I am so happy to be Mexican. I would be nothing else. And I love my family. I love where my parents came from. It's a wonderful time and it's a wonderful heritage and I love it so much. So that's definitely something that I thank you for. That we can do that. So since we're on the subject of immigrating here as a child, you know about the DACA kids, basically. So should the children here that are brought here illegally, should they have a chance to become, or at least give the opportunity to become citizens and earn their work visas? Is that something that, what are your opinions on that?
Okay, first of all you DACA children, adults, teenagers, you have to work hard to be able to get where you want. Okay, so I believe that if you are, you haven't been in trouble with the law, you haven't been in trouble in anything, and they see you went to school and you're done, you're done what you're supposed to do. Let them work up to getting their green card. I don't believe. And it may be, people may be upset about this. I don't believe in getting automatic citizenship. No, because I had to work hard for my citizenship too.
Exactly. Yeah.
I went to school. I had to learn all these things. So I had to learn to become a citizen. So I believe if they're doing okay, they're going to school, they're doing all the necessary things that they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yes, give them their their green
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
But now, and for the ones that already went through that process,
Mm-hmm.
and the same thing, they can
They can work up to citizenship.
and they can also get their visa and work and give them work permits. How in the heck are they supposed to?
Exactly. Like, how are we going to set up a system
Yeah.
that's meant for them to fail?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then you don't want them working under the table, as you call it. No, you want them to pay taxes too, just like we're
of
doing.
course, yeah.
So they can, have the process. Of,
the process to becoming a citizen here, because they were brought here. Some kids, right when they were born, they were brought to the United States, and they don't know. They grew up here just like me.
Yeah,
it's like
and some of them don't even know how to speak Spanish.
Exactly.
I know a lot of them that don't even know how to speak Spanish, and that I don't understand, because that's the parents' fault. They should be able to learn Spanish.
Yeah.
So they can know both of the languages.
Both languages, yeah.
But the parents had this mentality. Well, if you know only English, they won't send you back, or they won't catch you. But no,
it's a scary time, definitely for immigrants in general. It's very it's hard. It's definitely hard. So I know we've talked a lot about the difficulties of immigrating to the United States, but what's something that you are happy about, immigrating here? What opportunity was brought to you here in the United States for you?
Opportunities to work, to be able to do lots of things, with your parents, your family, enjoy the countryside, and and it is a beautiful country. I mean, I have, but Mexico is beautiful too. And I'm saying I'm not talking down Mexico, because if I didn't like Mexico, I wouldn't spend my time over there.
We wouldn't be going every year.
Exactly. But a lot of the opportunity, this country has a lot of opportunities, but you do have to work for it.
Oh, of course.
You do have to work. And, if you work hard, you pay your taxes, then when you become old, you get 65, 66, whatever the age you can retire, save your money. Yes, you have to save money. And
save it, invest it, get your Social Security.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Then you get your Social Security, and then you sit and binge movies like I'm
doing. You end up binging Hulu all day.
Yes, exactly. but don't get lazy, okay?
Okay, I keep telling you to go walk your dog, and you refuse to. You'd rather watch Amazing Race.
I am watching Amazing Race.
I tell her I'm gonna put parental controls on it.
Can you imagine that? Wow.
The only reason she walked her dog today was because I asked her to go get tacos.
That's it. But then I came back and I thought I was gonna fake because it was so freaking hot.
It was. Well, Mom, thank you so much for coming on this show. I know it was a little nerve-wracking. It's something completely new for you to experience. But I'm really grateful for this opportunity to talk with you about things. I've learned new things about your experience. I mean, we're probably going to continue this conversation off screen, right. So thank you so much for that. For everyone watching,
excuse me.
Oh,
sorry. It is your show, but I am your mother. So I just want to say something to all the people that know me. That always telling Lisa, say hi to your mom, blah blah blah. And say hi to your mom. So I just want to say hi, everybody. Thank you for knowing me in a different manner, but I appreciate your hellos. Thank you so much. Sorry.
So there you go. See, she said hello back to everybody.
Yes.
So, you all got your hellos back. So I'll start, collecting those text messages again to tell her hello again.
Sorry. Now you continue.
Now I can, top my show off with a cherry. Thank you again, everybody, for watching. I'm super excited about this show. I have so many topics, so many people who have reached out to me about this show to bring more awareness to a lot of issues that we really don't talk about, and a lot of realities that we don't know about people. Everybody has a different life, and it's really important to listen. And this is why I have this show Cognizance, because it brings awareness and knowledge to everybody so we can be forced to listen and not debate. Even if there's something that you don't agree with, it's good to just listen. So this is what this show is all about, and I thank everybody so much for coming to watch. And if you have any ideas on what If there's a topic you really want to bring awareness to, most of you know how to get in contact with me. Please reach out to me and we can work on something. This is definitely a show for everybody, not just me. It's a show for me to learn about things and everyone else. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you later. Bye.